So we're settling in to the familiar rhythm. We're on the last preparation for the oncoming winter, folks. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowell Manor. Need to clean that water. This is the last hatch of quail that we'll do for this year until next spring. 6 little birds in that lot. That's more than enough. Most of the citrus is either coming or on. That'll prepare us through winter. That one's lemon. There was a heap of lemonades. Looks like Rossie's got them. And that's lime. The odd red grapefruit, as you can see. Fish are now barely being fed. They get a little bit occasionally just to make sure they're okay. But they're like a bit like a reptile, you know, they really slow down come winter. And if you go feeding them too much, you'll just kill them. There's 2 new little babies. That brown and white fellow there, he's a newish one. And there's another little new white there. They were from the last hatch, so they're in there. All looks like it's going well. Still getting about 4 or so quail eggs a day. Onyx beds are virtually empty. There's a few shallots, that's about it. There's no sun on this side of the yard in winter, so it goes into hiatus. A pineapple on, and the passion fruit are starting to come in now. Geez, they're whoppers, I tell you. You can see there's chives, shallots, parsley, strawberries, more passion fruit, parsley, lemongrass. So that's all doing pretty well. A little longing in a big pot. He'll be left to go. I'm about to plant the beans. That one has got potato in there. The sweet potato beside it's doing quite well. 2 Madagascar beans, 4 of Susan's rattlesnake beans, and the rest is giant food hook silver beet or chard. The water tanks are absolutely chockers because we've had a lot of wet weather, which has been a bit kind of odd, and I've lost a lot of citrus due to split from the excess water they're not used to. We did very well with pumpkins. Left of Rossie's pumpkin production. There would have been about 45 kilos, I'm guessing, of pumpkins. These ones came off too green, so I doubt they'll ripen. Occasionally, if you're real lucky, you'll get one ripen and you'll know because it'll go a lighter colour, and these will orange up, as you can see from the others. Now, the thing in winter that I am super excited about is these 4 foam boxes. Aren't they magnificent? What? Oh, yeah, all right. It's a mushroom farm. Look at that mycelium go. So, hoping that there's 2 lots of Swiss white and a lot of chocolate something. And I've also got one which was coral that I've done in a bucket with holes in it. You probably can see I've poked holes in the side of there. And I'll just sit back and wait and see what happens, folks. Pretty excitement, isn't it? Yeah, like I say, 4 boxes of them. Only just pulled that pumpkin vine off the fence. We've also a bloody possum. I can't believe the mongrel thing. I had 1 peanut butter fruit and I was so waiting to eat it. Bloody possum got it. Bastard. That citrus looks like it needs a bit of love and care. Papayas just stick up, they come up everywhere. A little mandarin needs a bit of love. I'm going to fertilise up here soon. The curry tree gets a bit angry because every so often I slide it round and break its runaway roots off. It doesn't like that. Now the other day in here I planted a whole heap of garlic. So scapes went in, I think that one, and the fair dinkum ridgy-dig garlic went in here, quite a lot of it. That's potato. You might be able to see just starting to poke through there. This one must be getting more sun or something because it's going quite well. Kaffir lime, it's doing quite well. Something was rattling there, which was, oh, that's coffee, those, the yellow pips there. I think I'll get rid of that one. I've got one up the other side. Yeah, something was rustling, which made me a little bit tense. The bees are about to sort of overwinter. They pretty much sort of hibernate. Not exactly hibernate, but they don't come out. It's too cold for the poor buggers. I wonder what that is. Can't tell you. That could be another runaway pumpkin, or it could be cucumbers, long green things. This is my sweet leaf, or betel. I use quite a lot of that in pestos and stuff. Plots come a long way, you know. Every so often I think about it and I think, remember when out the front was the building site, was a desert? And it literally was a desert. I'll see if I can splice in some original footage. Now it's a feed forest. Can you believe it? And it was all just using organic matter and a bit of patience and horse poo and all sorts of stuff. Thanks for that, Vivian. And she's going great guns now. Let's have a look at the construction zone. I just attacked the life out of the food forest. Cut a lot of it back. A lot of it I can't actually get to at the moment because the passion fruit vine, you can see, is running all through it. There is a bunch of bananas up that end that'll come off. It's only a little bunch, but I want them. The bananas are otherwise flourishing. There's a macadamia nut in there as well, but you can't see it in the shadows. Vivian's sweet potato, which I'll zoom in on. That's it at the top of the rock wall there. It's doing exceptionally well. And the aim is to let it run all through the base of the food forest. So the bougainvilleas are about to come into, well, that one's going like a beauty. Rosies, you can see this little decorative thing of rosies there. I don't know what that's called. I don't tend to watch the decoratives too much. Rosie does all that. Hasn't she done a marvellous job? That looks really spectacular out front of my door. Camp is done, folks. Little decorative garden, which is now a subtropical garden. I reckon it looks great. I'm really happy with our revamp of that, you know. And oddly enough, there's a pup struck from that tree fern. I've never seen this happen, and bizarrely there's another one popped up here. So I think I'm going to move him. The Dichondria Silver Falls I think is spectacular. I'm waiting for that to really run everywhere across those stones. Chickens are out having a free range. Rogues. That's why the grass is all buggered. They dig it up. As you can see, even the heat over here, winter is our time for infrastructure projects here on the tiny farm. Rosie wants to completely remodel. So all this bed in the middle, pomegranate, feijoa, the arbor, the pizza oven, that subtropical peach, the fig, they'll all go, and we'll agree on a plan. Given the lack of sun out here, I think it will be mostly decorative and just for the kids, the grandkids to play in. You can see the guabaju and the old man saltbush. That's an Australian plant, that old man saltbush. Really good, actually. Its leaves are edible too. I'm hoping to be able to strike a few of them. So at the base is the midgeonberry, produces a little berry. You know, it's not going to feed you, but it's pleasant to snack on. The thing beside it is a subtropical guabaju. I'm hoping he'll fruit soon. And the good news is the golden coconut. Oh, I can't remember what country it is, but anyway, it's a dwarf. It's obviously doing very well, and I think it'll score a place in the ground in the new garden when that's done. That's that Peruvian apple cactus beside it, doing quite well. Here we got drainage runs under there, and some turkey put a garden across it, which originally didn't matter, but I suspect as those trees have got bigger, it's buggered the drainage pipes up, so they'll get pulled out. The drainage will all get rerun, which will stop the flooding. You know, when I say flooding, I'm using that term lightly. It's about 1 inch or 2 deep. You get a big puddle, sits here for a while until it eventually drains away. But the other big news that I'm very excited about, I can't show you because it's up there on the roof. And what's happening is we're getting a 10 kilowatt battery, which will be in our garage, and another 6.6 kilowatts of panels, so that'll be just about 12 kilowatts of solar panels on the roof, plus the 10 kilowatt battery, and I'm pretty confident what the grid's doing won't matter to us, and we'll certainly get away for a while. If there's a blackout, we'll just continue to operate as if nothing ever happened. How good is that, eh? Living the dream, folks. Living the dream. We also, for winter, we cut back that moringa. Probably halves the height on him, to be honest with you. The biggest branch is over near my car. So winters are coming. Biggest excitement news for me, and I'm going to bloody take it before the possum gets it, is look at that, we got us a dragon fruit. Now I've got to go and do some research on how the hell you know when your dragon fruit's ready to be picked. Alright folks, you have a good one, eh? See ya. Anyway, if you like this sort of nonsense, feel free to hit the subscribe button and keep coming along with the journey.